Yeah.
Can you just touch on Griselda really quick
Mm-hmm.
about the movement? Man, that damn Conway, man.
Yeah.
That damn Conway, man. That damn Conway, something slick with them words.
Yeah.
The butcher coming.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Just touch on them Griselda boys really quick, man, as we get ready to board the plane, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I got a late pass on Griselda because I didn't find out about him till like 18, 19. And this was out of this is off Benny the Plugs that I met. My boy was hyping. I'm like, yo, Benny the Butcher, you gotta listen to this joint. You gotta listen to him. And so I started doing a deep dive on him, man. And I was just blown away by the content of what I heard and how grimy it was. Now, let me just say this. I knew a couple of my homeboys in college that were from Buffalo, right?
Okay.
I didn't realize how real some of the parts of Buffalo were until they were sort of describing it to me. You know, and then you think like, oh, Buffalo, New York, you think this, that. People think, oh, the Bills and Niagara Falls and all this other shit like that. Man, you really are starting to get to know their story. You understand just like how rough an environment they came from, you know. And one of the things that what I loved about listening to them when Gunn was in an interview with Complex, I believe it was him, Conway, and Benny, and he said, man, you know, thing is that you always talk about New York. Everybody always go to New York, like, you know, thinking that we from New York City. But now it's like, you know, they kind of switched their style up, but we ain't never switched our style up here. Like, yo, we grind me down to the ground. That's what we doing. And what they did was, for folks like me, they sort of harken back to a different time where hip hop had that feel of it being dirt and the grime, and it being something that you wanted to revel in. It gave you, I would say, people like us, it gave us red meat, you know? And when you got the excellence and you got the skill from Conway and from Benny, like on so many of those albums, and now many of them like cult classics. And then you could even go to Gun stuff, you know, My God, and Hitler Wears Hermes, and all these, like Pray for all these different classic joints that have come out now. What they did was help to create a cult, man. It really is what it was, a cult following. And that cult following grew as the time and the word got out about them. I give props to them brothers, man, for staying true to who they are and what they do. They've been really successful everywhere they go. Not really huge venues, small venues, but they packing them joints wherever they go. Don't matter where it is. Fillmore and Silver Spring, packed. Don't matter. Everywhere they go. Small venues, 3,000 to 5,000 seats, packed. No matter where they go. They're an example of, I'm going to get in this lane, I'm going to stay in this lane, and I'm going to cook in this lane no matter what, and I'm not going to get out of it. Because it works. It works. And it's good for the variety of the game, man.
Okay.
It's good for the variety of the game. It's something like folks like me have been dying to be able to hear things like this amidst all the other stuff that you hear. And I don't listen to the radio, but all the other stuff that you hear and things that are being pushed out there. Folks like myself came up during the era that we came up with, like, yo, this is the type of shit that we fuck with.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Here every once in a while is this type of shit that I fuck with.
Yes, sir.
So props to them dudes, man, and props to them doing it, linking up with you know, Eminem and Shady, and them having a vision, staying to that vision and grinding through that vision to make immense success. Even though people will look at that and say, you know, yeah, but listen, them dudes have crafted over the last, I would say, 5 to 6 years, just an amazing run that needs to be recognized, considering what we're talking about, where they came from. Because it's Buffalo. I mean, the where you from has a lot to do with it, right?
Come on, man.
So to be able to do that and be from Buffalo, considering that most of us are ignorant about what the fuck Buffalo is, and them letting us know what the fuck it is,
yes, sir,
is an accomplishment.
Because you couldn't say it better, and I'll just cap it off with this. They, you know, I relate to them staying true to themselves, true to being Buffalo. You know what? Hey, we might have a underground cult following, but goddamn it, we're gonna live good and eat good and feed our cult following. Yeah. And to me, man, I just appreciate that. And it has that it has that hunger that you and me, when we harken back to the days of what we heard with X and all that, all that grimy shit, B.Cox, that we grew up listening to, it harkens back to that, and it adds to that it gives you that hunger. Like when I listen to Conway's latest album, man, Slam Face Killer, that shit gets me, goddamn it. You know what? Fuck it. Let me go harder, goddamn it. Let me go make 2 more goddamn new videos, goddamn it. I'm listening to Conway before I get to B.Cox today. That's how it's gonna be one of them days. So, man, shout out to the boys in Buffalo, man. Much love to them, man. Griselda, man. All of them. Benny, Conway, man. Westside, much love. All right, B.Cox, they called us, man. We got to fly to hit to Chicago, brother. Now,